technically speaking, I need to kind of project out of sample, but I'm going to act as if I'm not going to do regression stuff. I'm going to act as if these are okay. And for illustration purposes, I'm going to do this for a 5-year swap on 3-month LIBOR. But if you're doing it based on euro dollar rates, I wouldn't go above 3 or 4 years anyway. And for up to 3 or 4 years, these are very reliable numbers. Now, let's go back to our swap example. I'm gonna take this up to 5 times 4, 20 periods. I'm gonna do it for a 5 years, but I'm gonna get the forward curve from here. Oh. Oh, sorry. The first one is going to be the current. Let's call this rate from euro dollar. Remember, first floating interest payments is based on the current 3-month LIBOR, which we're going to check what it is. After that, this is going to be the payment that you're going to get in 6 months, but what that payment is going to depend upon what LIBOR is 3 months from now. So it's a 3-month LIBOR 3 months from now. So we're going to take that one. Oops. And paste. And all of the rest should be exactly the same. Let's make sure we get the correct range for the swap PV. And let's get the current 3-month LIBOR. As of yesterday, 516,286. Okay. Remember, we have 2 types of inputs. One is the current LIBOR, and 2, what's going to be the forward curve numbers. In this first approach, we figured out the forward curve numbers using the what you want to call euro dollar rates, which are literally forward rates. Once we have those, all we have to do is figure out the swap rate that's going to minimize the swap, that's going to make this swap PV 0. Data, what if analysis, goal seek to 0 by changing the swap rate. So it turns out it's 385.76. That means if you're the fixed rate payer, over the next 5 years, every 3 months, you're going to pay 96,439, and you're going to receive the 3-month LIBOR with 3-month delay. That means first payment you're going to get is based on the LIBOR right now. I don't know why these are the same. Oh, because it's almost, let me see. Oh, I was using the wrong. Okay, now I need to redo it. $376.50. Okay. If you wanted to do only 2-year swap, all you have to do is ignore uh, the stuff that is after 8. So let's do this. Let's say it's 2 years. So let's see. On the swap PV, I'm gonna only add numbers if this period is less than or equal to 8. And for that, we're gonna do SUMIF range, the range where I'm doing the test. Criteria is less than I can't do it. Or let's do this. If period is greater than the swap length in quarters, it's going to be 0. Otherwise, whatever that number is. As you can see, after 8 quarters, it's 0. So 2-year swap rate would be all right. 433.41. If you want to do 4 years, and so on. The idea is exactly the same. If you kind of wanted to do this as a template, well, you can extend this to all the way, I don't know, up to 30 years, which is 120 quarters. Then, given the reliable forward curve numbers you have, you can use it that way. I'm going to leave it at 5 years. I will leave that as an exercise for you guys to do it for 30 years, but using different approaches. Now, let's talk about the second approach. Is based on calculating the fair value forward interest rate using the so-called spot curve. And here's how we're gonna spot curve is the interest rates on technically it's not risk-free, but so-called yield curve. We have some basic maturities, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 30 years.